Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sutji Rochaminah. I am the first author of this paper. The title of this paper, Using Problem Posing as a Mathematical Creative Thinking Assessment Tool. The background of this research is as follows. Thinking skill can be taught through learning mathematics. According to Weir and Han 2020, mathematical thinking is an important aspect of mathematics education. Based on the curriculum, junior high school mathematics, creative thinking skill is among the objectives of mathematics learning. This is same of opinion Ritter and Moster 2017. The characteristic of children's creative thinking can be seen through the problem posing task. Students' creative thinking skill were analyzed based on the quality and quantity of the problem posed, such as flexibility, fluency, and novelty. The purpose of this research to describe students' creative thinking mathematical in problem posing. This type of research is qualitative type of phenomenology, and the participant is student of class VIII Apple SMPN for Palu, which consists of one student who had high mathematical ability, initial BW. One student who had moderate mathematical ability, initial ZA, and one student who had low mathematical ability, initial SB. Data were collected by providing problem posing tasks and in-depth interview. Qualitative data has been analyzed by reducing the data, presenting data, and making conclusion. The problem posing task instrument used to explore creative thinking skill is presented in figure. The flow of a river passing through several points in the Cartesian coordinate plane. Children are given the task to generating mathematical problem related to the figure. Result: the session describes the creative thinking skill of participants in post-mathematical problem, in semi-structured problem situation, in the form of the pre-solution posing. Creative thinking skill of participant BW in problem posing. BW asked 12 questions in the same concept or context, asking questions with different formulations. 3 questions using mathematical language that is less precise, and there is 1 question that contains a point coordinate concept error. Flexibility. BW asked 12 questions with 3 different concepts, namely the concept of point coordinate, the concept of triangle, and the concept of the position of a point in the Cartesian coordinate quadrant. BW asked questions about coordinate of point and connect the point on the Cartesian coordinate plane with a triangle. Say, imagine that 3 points are connected to form a triangle. Next, ZA asks 10 questions in the same concept as question with different formulation. 4 questions using mathematical language that is less precise. Component flexibility. ZA asks 10 questions with 5 different concepts, namely the point that the river passed, the distance of the point, the coordinate axis, triangle, the definition of the coordinate axis, and the concept of the position of the point in the Cartesian coordinate quadrant. Novelty. ZI related the point on the coordinate plane to the distance from the y-axis, coordinate axis definition, and point that the river passed. Next, creative thinking skill of participant SB in problem posing. SB asked 9 questions. 6 of the 9 questions made sense, while the other 3 questions didn't make sense. SB asked 9 questions with 4 different concepts, namely the distance of 2 points, the position of the point to the y-axis, and the concept of position of the point in the Cartesian coordinate quadrant, and the distance of the point to the coordinate axis. SB as distance of 2 points and the position of the point to the y-axis. Based on the result of the interview and product the problem posing task, participants of posing a problem by first observing the figure. When observing the figure, participants do of thinking activities. Students' creative thinking skill in problem posing depend on their experience in learning mathematics. Students who are more experienced in learning mathematics are more creative in problem posing. According to Chai 2015, less is known about how problem situation influence students' problem posing response. Creative thinking was an ability of making connection between the relations never met before and producing experience new and original thought as a new pattern in scheme. The last conclusion. The results show that participants with high mathematical ability as 12 questions and using 3 different concepts. Participants with moderate mathematical ability ask 10 questions with 4 questions in mathematical language that is length precise and using 5 different concepts. Participants with low math ability ask 9 questions with 6 reasonable questions and using 4 different concepts. Indicator of fluency, flexibility, and novelty occur in proposing problem in all participants. Thank you.